Here are my favorite key takeaways from Someday is Today. This book is all about going after the creative life you want, getting past the notions of what we need to be creative, and being creative anywhere and everywhere you can with whatever materials and whatever thoughts you have, and just really going after your creativity and harnessing it and just being amazing. So let's dig in. The first thing he talks about is to think in minutes rather than hours when it comes to harnessing your creativity and your productivity. If you only have 3 or 4 minutes, or you only have 7 minutes, think what can you do in that time to move toward a goal. His example is if he has 10 minutes while he's waiting for the kids to get their stuff before they go run errands, he can type out some sentences for a book he's writing. That's a fantastic idea. If I were writing a book, I would totally do that. My example from my personal life is if I have 3 minutes, there's a short I want to get recorded. There's no reason I couldn't do that. I don't have to necessarily be in the filming zone to get that done. I just have to be somewhere where my phone can hear me over anyone else, and that's cool. Or I can look at my content bank and think, okay, was there something else I wanted to expand on an idea in there so that it's ready for the next time I have 7 minutes. So it's a fascinating way to look at things, is to think in minutes rather than hours. And my gosh, I find so many minutes that can be put towards something creative and good and amazing. The second thing he talks about is being the eagle or the mouse. That's his metaphor. So the mouse is in the grass, in the weeds, pawing through, looking at all the tiny details. And that's great. In some cases, you absolutely need to be a mouse. But in a lot of cases, you can be an eagle looking at the big picture, not getting into the weeds, not getting into the blades of grass, but looking at the overarching concept of, okay, are we looking at the concept or are we looking at the small details? If you are trying to balance a bank account, maybe you do need every single penny. But if you're looking at what do I need to be teaching my 4th grade class this year, what concepts are they going to need, and the overarching goals of that, maybe that is the time to be the eagle and see everything. And then you dive as much into the weeds as you need to, but not way down there, not way down into the blades of grass. The third thing is to delegate anything you can. I have this in my life so much. If something, like, take a really hard look at all of the tasks in your life, particularly the really repetitive, annoying ones. See if you can get them out of your life. Delegate them. Like, if you can get someone to do your yard work, if that's not something you enjoy and there's something else you could do with that time that would just be a better or more satisfying use of your life, do that. Have someone else take care of your yard. That's what we do. I have someone else take care of the yard. We have someone come clean every couple weeks. All those things that we just don't want to do, that they still need to be done, but they're repetitive. They are not worth my precious time when I could be talking to you, telling you some really cool thing I came across, like, reviewing this book for you and talking about the key takeaways from it. Do I want to be cleaning during this time, or do I want to be talking to you, telling you, hey, look what I learned from this cool book that you should go check out? That's what I want to be doing. I want to be talking to you. Fourth thing is to make a lot of things. Give yourself permission to go make some bad things. The first few things you make, they might not be great. They might not be masterpieces. But if you think, I don't want to start until I'm ready, until I can make a masterpiece, no, it's not going to happen. Start. Go make something. Make a truly terrible thing. Even make it your goal to make a terrible thing. Like, make some bad stuff. And then next time, it's going to be a little bit better. Example, when I first started this channel, my first couple videos, while I knew what I was talking about, and I was talking about some funky photography tricks, they were not amazing videos. But now things are getting better. I found my voice a little bit more, and now I've got some fun things to talk about. They get better. We iterate, we get better. But it became because I made some things and I gave myself permission to really, really suck. And that's okay. Go suck at something. The fourth thing is to celebrate all your wins. Celebrate a daily win. Celebrate a morning win. Celebrate hard every single time you can celebrate. That makes all the difference in the world. We celebrate hard and we work hard. But without the celebrations, like, what are you working toward, right? Yes, it's satisfying, but like go celebrate everything you can, play and have fun, and be proud of yourself every time you can. So, number 6 is that creativity cannot abide preciousness. So, his point in this chapter, which I completely agree with, you don't need your perfect atmosphere with your red wine and your book and your fireplace and everything to accomplish something and work on it and do things. His example in the book is he is early for an appointment, and so instead of wasting those few minutes, he literally opens up his laptop in the parking lot and starts working on a project. How many times do we have a little bit of time, but we think the situation isn't right and we need our latte or whatever, like we don't have one little thing we need, or we assume that we need this perfect situation to accomplish things. And no, you can accomplish things in so many varied situations. When I'm waiting for my kid to get done with soccer practice at the end of the day, I might chill to music for a few minutes in the car, just listen, just because I had a real day and I just need a few minutes to decompress. And that's valuable too, do not get me wrong there. I also can open up one of those places where I keep my content bank and look at some of those ideas. Can I flesh out one of them? Or can I put a new idea in the content bank? Because I can't necessarily record something while in the car, not in real form. I could make a short, sure, but I couldn't necessarily record a whole video at that point. It wouldn't work very well, and it might be wasting that time instead. But you can read a book that you can create, another item to go back to later, more of your thoughts in your bank, or any goal you're working toward. If you think ahead just a little bit and make sure you have the stuff with you, stuff to do something with you, then that's what you do in those minutes. And that's what you do in that situation instead of just letting it pass. The 7th idea is consume everything. Consume far and wide. Listen to podcasts, read books, check the internet for cool things. The more stuff you can, or the more quality things you can put in your consumption diet, the more things you're going to come up with, the more ways you can pivot to make amazing things yourself, right? So you consume far and wide, you eat a lot, as he says, and then you can come up with so many great ideas pivoting off of what others have already done. There's the concept that there are no new ideas, there's just old ideas that are looked at in different ways. So look at everyone else's ideas and pick a few things that work for you, and then copy them first, and then emulate them second, and then make them your own. So consume far and wide. Thank you so much for watching. If you got anything at all out of this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, leave me a comment. Please check out my video here on how to invest your slices of time so you can create things anytime, anywhere. I will see you in that video, and as always, keep being amazing.